Hello my dear students, welcome back to chemistry class Nada. In the last part we have seen about the formation of covalent bond by the concept is mutual sharing of electron in various types of molecules we have seen clearly now. And in this class I am going to continue. The topic is nothing but covalency. What is meant by covalency and what are the properties of covalent compounds? And after that I am going to start one more very interesting topic, that is nothing but allotropy. Very important. Okay na? Yeah. Before that, what is the first topic here? Covalency is the first topic. Sir, what is meant by covalency? Simple definition na. Number of electrons contributed, nothing but donated by an atom. But reason should be there. The reason is for the formation of covalent bond only. So how many electrons are donated by the respective atom for the formation of covalent bond? That is called covalency. Okay na? Yes, I am going to show you the example. Don't worry. First, suppose the example is, what is the covalency of carbon? What is the covalency of carbon in methane molecule? So covalency of carbon in methane molecule. What is the formula of methane? CH4. I have told you in the last class. Around the carbon 4 hydrogens will be there. We have written 4 lines. Means around the carbon how many covalent bonds are there beta? 4 covalent bonds are there. So for the formation of 4 covalent bonds with 4 surrounding hydrogens, central atom carbon that should contribute 4 electrons. So how many electrons are contributed by the carbon? 4 electrons are contributed by the carbon for the formation of 4 covalent bonds. Means in methane molecule, carbon covalency is 4. Now another example I want to tell you. What is the covalency of nitrogen in ammonia? What is the formula of ammonia? NH3. So in ammonia molecule, around nitrogen, how many hydrogens are there? 3 hydrogens are there. Means we can say that 3 bonds are there. Such 3 covalent bonds are formed by the donation of 3 electrons by nitrogen. So nitrogen covalency we can write, that is nothing but 3. First, suppose what is the covalency of oxygen in the molecule is nothing but what beta? Water molecule. Same thing in water molecule, oxygen is central atom. Oxygen forms 2 covalent bonds with surrounding 2 hydrogen atoms. So for the formation of 2 covalent bonds, oxygen contributes how many electrons? 2 electrons. So oxygen covalency in water molecule is 2. In that manner, we have to, now we can say the information about what beta? Covalency. Okay, fine. Next one is, I am going to tell you the topic, that is nothing but properties of covalent compounds. Properties of which compounds beta? Properties of covalent compounds. What about properties of ionic compounds? The topic we have seen in the metals and non-metals chapter, but here about only properties of covalent bonds. Yes, properties of covalent bonds. And also we can say that properties of what nana? Covalent compounds. Okay, in that first information I want to tell about the physical state, and also we can say that physical nature. What about ionic compounds? Mostly they are solids, but covalent compounds mostly they are in the form of gaseous form, and some will be exist in the liquid form. Very rare cases you can see the solids. So the physical state about the physical nature of the covalent compound information, simply we can say that covalent compounds are mostly they are going to be exist in the physical state, that is nothing but gaseous state, and some of the covalent compound they are also going to be exist in the physical state liquid form. So H we have to say that room temperature. Mostly covalent compounds are gaseous or liquids at room temperature, except 3 specialities are there. In that, number 1 is iodine. Symbol is nothing but I2. One more is phosphorus. Symbol is nothing but P4. One more is sulfur. Symbol is nothing but Se8. especially these three covalent compounds at room temperature also, they are going to be exist in the form of solid form. So simply we can say all they are nothing but the soft solids. Next property of the covalent I am going to tell you, that is about the melting point and boiling points. Same point we have studied in the case of ionic compounds. There I have said that ionic compounds are, they are having higher melting point and boiling points because they contain strong electrostatic forces of attractions. Yes or no beta? Okay, so that is the information about the ionic. But what about covalent? Covalent compounds, they contains low melting point and what beta, boiling points as compared to the ionic compounds. So covalent compounds, they are having low melting point and boiling points. Ionic compounds, they contains more MP and BP. But reason is why covalent compounds, they are having low melting point and boiling points, because of the forces of attractions between the covalent compounds. Nothing but we can say between the carbon compounds are not very strong like the ionic. So forces of attractions between the covalent compounds are not very strong. So due to this reason only, definitely to break them you require low temperature. So we can say low melting point and what beta, boiling points. Next information I want to tell about the solubility. Same thing I have studied for ionic compounds also. Ionic compounds, Na plus and Cl minus means polar compounds. Ionic compounds are polar. They can soluble in water. But covalent compounds, they do not contain plus and minus sign. So simply we can say that most of the covalent compounds are non-polar in nature, and also we can say that low polar in nature. So due to such non-polar nature, we have to say that most of the covalent compounds, they are insoluble in water. They are insoluble in what nana? Water. Water में soluble नहीं हो सकते. But what about that ionic compound? Ionic compounds, they can be soluble in water, but covalent compounds, they are insoluble in water. But these covalent compounds, they can be soluble in organic solvents, or we can say non-polar solvents. Which type of organic solvents? You can consider petrol, and also you can consider that is nothing but kerosene, and also you can consider benzene. What is the formula of benzene? CCl, C6H6. And also you can consider carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. All these are nothing but the organic solvents. In these organic solvents, covalent compounds, they can be soluble, but they are insoluble in what nana? Water. This is the quite opposite point of ionic nana. Okay, all of you? Good nana. So next point I want to tell, that is about the conductivity. When ionic compounds, when they are in pure solid state, they do not conduct electricity. You know that point very well. Number of times I have said that nana. But when ionic compounds are in aqueous form, molten form, they contain free ions. They are responsible to carry the current. Which compounds? So ionic compounds, they can conduct electricity in aqueous state due to presence of free ions. But covalent compounds, mostly and 100% nearby, they are going to be act as bad conductor of electricity. So what nana is covalent compounds? They are nothing but the poor conductors of electricity, and also we can say that bad conductor of electricity. Due to reason is, we have to say that they do not contain the free ions. So reason is due to absence of free ions. Due to absence of what beta? Free ions. So most of the covalent compounds, they are nothing but poor or bad conductors of electricity due to absence of free ions. But except one covalent compound, such covalent compound is nothing but what beta? Graphite. What beta? Graphite. So why graphite is good conductor? I will tell you the reason in allotropic form. But just focus on most of the covalent compounds are poor conductors because of they do not having free ions. except graphite. That point you have to remember. Most of the covalent compounds, they are having low melting point and boiling point, but we have to say here except diamond, because of diamond contain very special structure. I will show you in the form of allotropic form. So all covalent compounds, they contain low mppp except diamond. All covalent compounds are poor conductors, but except what? Graphite. This thing you have to be focused. Okay, fine. Next property I am going to tell you, that is about the either covalent compounds are directional or non-directional. What about an ionic compound? I have said the last property, ionic compounds are non-directional, but covalent bonds are directional. Means how the covalent bond going to be forming on the x dimension or on the y dimension, like that we can say Nana. So due to their directional nature, by using covalent compounds, we can write the isomerism or we can write the isomers. But ionic compounds are non-directional. They cannot form the isomers. But covalent compounds are directional. How they capable? That is nothing but the formation of isomers. Okay, all of you. So all the properties of covalent compounds, such information I have given here clearly now. Okay, now good. So next topic is I want to tell about the, that is nothing but allotropy. Okay, beta. So now I am going to tell you the topic that is about allotropy. Sir, what is meant by allotropy? Important definition. Yes, it may going to be repeat for you, Nana. So what is meant by allotropy? What are the allotropic forms of carbon? Like that question. So many times they are repeated in previous board exams, Nana. Okay, fine. So first of all, I am going to tell you what is meant by allotropy. Allotropy is nothing but simply we have to say that it is a phenomenon, or we can say it is a mechanism in which we have to consider only one element. Means we have to consider a same element. Form of element is only one, but it going to be available in different physical forms. So same element, it going to be exist in different physical forms. It going to be exist in different physical forms. Physical forms may be different, but for that all physical forms, their chemical properties are nearby similar, and we can say that identical. So same element, it going to be exist in different physical forms, but all the physical forms, they are having identical chemical properties, and also we can say that similar chemical properties. Identical, and also we can say that similar chemical properties. So now once again I am going to give you the definition. It is a phenomenon. In this phenomenon, same element going to be exist in different physical forms, but all the physical forms, their chemical properties are almost identical. Such mechanism is known as what, Nana? Allotropy. Yes, I am going to show you one example for this. First, suppose the example is nothing but the carbon. Which element? Carbon is the element. It contains so many physical forms. First, suppose carbon is going to be exist in the form of diamond and graphite and fullerenes and coke and animal charcoal and wood charcoal, petroleum coke, lamp black. All these are the substances. All these are the physical forms. They are composing by the element is only carbon. So carbon is the only one element, but available in different physical forms. But all the physical forms, their chemical properties are nearby identical. Such mechanism, we have to say that allotropy. Okay, now beta. Good. So majority of the allotropic forms here we are going to be observed by using which element, Nana? Carbon element. That's why here I am going to put a new heading as per our syllabus. We have to be discussed about the carbon allotropes. Means carbon going to be formed mainly two types of allotropes. So carbon allotropes are how many types? Two types. In that number one is, I am going to tell that is about the crystalline allotropes of carbon. Crystalline allotropes of carbon. And one more is nothing but the amorphous allotropes of carbon, on the basis of their nature, on the basis of their structural arrangement. So carbon going to be formed how many types of allotropes? Better two types. One is nothing but the crystalline allotropes of carbon. One more is nothing but the amorphous allotropes of carbon. Okay. Sir, what are the crystalline allotropes of carbon? Crystalline allotropes of carbon, in that I am going to tell you, number one is diamond, very important. Number two is, I am going to tell you, that is about the graphite. What beta? Graphite. Another one I am going to tell you, you suppose that is nothing but the fullerenes. Fullerenes, Fullerenes. So diamond and graphite and fullerene, all these three physical forms, they are made with carbon. Same element, but physical forms are different. And all these three physical forms, they contain crystalline structure, hard and rough structure will be there. And they contain more melting point and boiling points. And amorphous allotropes of carbon, again carbon going to be exist in different physical forms, but they are having soft and smooth surfaces with low MP and BPs. Okay beta, that is the difference between these two. Rough solids, these are nothing but the soft and smooth solids. Here sharp melting points, here low melting point and boiling point. Like that things have to be remembered. But in all the compounds, carbon is only one element and all these are the physical forms, so we can say mechanism of allotropy. I hope you understand this clearly. Okay, fine. So what are the amorphous allotropes of carbon? Yes, I am going to tell the examples. That is nothing but you can consider coke. Okay, na beta? Yes, and also you can consider one more example is nothing but petroleum coke. Next, another category I am going to show you. First, suppose we can say that coal, and also we can say that animal charcoal. Sir, what is mean by animal charcoal? Animal charcoal is nothing but the bone black. Okay, after burning, after combustion. Next one is, we are going to get the example, that is nothing but the lamp black. Lamp black. So lamp se nikalta na beta, that is nothing but black dark fumes. That is nothing but lamp black. And also we can consider one more example is nothing but the carbon black. So where we are using such carbon black, we can see in printers ink and also black pigments, printers ink, and generally in the Puri to Aquaguard. In that machines what we are using filters na beta, nothing but coke filters we are using. Yes, all they are nothing but the carbon blacks. So element is only one, carbon is the element. It is the base for this entire chapter now. So carbon is the element, same element, it going to be exist in number of physical forms, but their chemical properties are almost all identical. This is the mechanism of what nana? Allotropy. But you have to be remember the differences, okay, which are known as the crystalline allotropes and which are known as the amorphous allotropes. Okay, you should be very familiar about this information. Okay, na beta, good. So as per our syllabus, we have to be discuss about the structure of diamond, structure of graphite, structure of fullerene. Okay, this is as per your NCERT textbook information is there. All three structures we have to be discussed. Now in this class continuously I want to finish the topic. The topic is nothing but structure of diamond. And in tomorrow's class we will discuss about the graphite and fullerenes. So पहले अपन किसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे बेटा? डायमंड के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. So what will be the structure of diamond and how it going to be formed, and what about the melting point and boiling point, and what about the hardness, like that all points of diamonds we are going to be discussed now along with few uses also. Okay, fine beta. Yes, it is important for you. Allotropy is also important, AB important beta, very important. So structure of diamond. Structure of diamond. Yes. Okay, na? Yeah, beta. So now listen carefully. I am going to show you the diagram, Nana. Already the diagram I have given some short form. Okay, na? And you see the diagram carefully. This is the structure of diamond. Which type of structure? It is a 3D, not a small d, capital D. D for dimensional. Which dimension? 3-dimensional network structure of diamond. 3-dimensional network structure of diamond, beta. Okay, all of you, means we can see this clearly, okay, by using 3 dimensions, x dimension, y dimension, z dimension. In the manner of 3 dimensions, we can see this structure. Because of that much of, okay, now difficulty and complex structure, nana, simply we can't see this. Okay, yes. So diamond has a 3-dimensional network, and also we can say that polymeric structure. Network ka meaning connection, means carbon-carbon connections are there. Okay, now, so how? First, suppose it is nothing but all the dot. Listen carefully. In this structure, you have to be consider that each and every dot, that is nothing but one carbon. So just you consider this central dot, nothing but it is the carbon. So one carbon is connected to above plane one carbon, left plane one carbon, down plane one carbon, right plane one carbon. Yes, sir. So one carbon is connected to surrounding how many carbons? 4 carbons. Between carbon to carbon, one line is there. Line is nothing but covalent bond. I hope you understand that clearly. So each carbon is connected to surrounding 4 carbons by the forming of bond is nothing but the covalent bonds. Okay. Again you can consider this carbon is covalent bond another carbon, covalent bond another carbon, covalent bond another carbon, covalent bond another carbon. Again we can say that carbon is connected to surrounding 4 carbons by using 4 covalent bonds. It going to be present in the form of structure. The structure is looking like, again same nana, same like above diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices are there. We can say tetrahedral. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 vertices are there. We can say tetrahedral. If you want, you can consider the structure. Again, central carbon, it connected to surrounding 4 carbons by using 4 covalent bonds. If you want, you can show the diagram also. Again, same thing. It is also looking in the form of tetrahedral manner. In the form of which manner? Tetrahedral manner. Not only this 3 nana, like that number of skeletal forms we can consider, like that number of simple units we can consider. Finally, you are going to get a complex network molecule, that is a 3-dimensional molecule, that is known as diamond. Okay, good. So listen carefully now. We have to say that diamond is a rigid substance. Rigid means very tough and hard solid, and diamond is the hardest substance. Diamond is the hardest substance. Why diamond has rigid and extreme hardness? Due to reason is carbon to carbon line, carbon to carbon line, carbon to carbon line. Okay, na kahan bhi dekh lo na, that structure will be moves continuously. Means in that diamond we can see number of, okay na, infinity number of carbon carbon lines are there. Means carbon carbon covalent bonds are there. So we have to say that the reason is nothing but the due to presence of strong carbon carbon covalent bonds. So due to presence of strong CC covalent bonds, to break them you require a very high temperature. So we can say that diamond contains a very high melting point. So that is around nearby, we have to say that 3600 degrees Celsius. That much of, okay, more amount of temperature you required to break the carbon carbon covalent bonds, because of in that molecule 3-dimensional network structure is there, 3-dimensional bulky polymeric structure is there. To break that strong CC covalent bonds you require huge amount of temperature, that is around 3600 degrees Celsius. Okay, fine. Next point is I want to tell about the, so come on beta, diamond contain which type of structure? Diamond contains 3-dimensional is we have to say that diamond contains three-dimensional network structure. Network का meaning क्या हो सकता है बेटा? Connection. C bond C like that connections. So many connections we can see now. So diamond has three-dimensional network structure. Three-dimensional network structure. And in that three-dimensional network structure, we have to say about a particular form. In that particular form, central carbon is connected to surrounding four carbons. So diamond has three-dimensional network structure, and also we can say that three-dimensional polymeric structure. In the three-dimensional network or polymeric structure, each carbon is connected to surrounding four other carbons. Each carbon is connected to surrounding four other carbons. Each carbon is connected to surrounding four carbon means it is in which manner? Tetrahedral manner. So each carbon is tetrahedrally connected to four other carbon. You see this. Carbon connected to four carbon in the manner of tetrahedral. Carbon connected to four other carbon again in the manner of tetrahedral. It is also same thing. Tetrahedral nana. Okay, all of you? Good. So next point I want to say that, sir, what about the diamond hybridization? So diamond is the substance. It's going to be formed completely by using which atom? Carbon atom. So we have to say that in the structure of diamond, each carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. This point you should be remember. Very important. 100% आपको remember करना पड़ेगा बेटा. So in case of diamond, carbon undergoes what is the hybridization beta? Carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. Such hybridization information we are going to be discussed in this chapter only. You don't worry about that. Okay na beta? But sir, why carbon undergoes sp3? Why can't sp2? Why can't sp1? Like that your questions will be there. So remember, in diamond carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization because of one s orbital and 3 p orbital. Total 4 orbitals are there. So carbon is tetravalent. That's why we have to say that carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. And you see this structure now, structure 1. Around this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are there. Again in this tetrahedral, around the carbon 1, 2, 3, 4 bonds are there. 4 means 1 s orbital, 3 p orbital, total 4 hybrid orbitals. That's why we have to say that sp3 hybridization. Okay, good. And what about conductivity, sir? Either diamond is good conductor or bad conductor. So answer is diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. Diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. Diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. Reason is, here in diamond, every carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. Actually, carbon is tetravalent. 4 valency electrons are there. But all 4 valency electrons, they are involved in hybridization. Now, is there any free electron? No more free electron. So, we have to say that due to absence of free electrons. Due to absence of free electrons. So, due to absence of free electrons, no one is responsible to carry the current. So, we have to say that diamond is nothing but bad conductor of electricity. Does not allow the flow of current. Okay, beta? And okay, these are the main points we have to be right in the structure of diamond. So, just to remember one point. Around the carbon, here 3 bonds are there. 3 bond means sp3 hybridization. So, around the central carbon, we can see here the bond angle. So, the bond angle is equal to 109 degrees 28 pram. So, in every tetrahedral around the carbon, what will be the bond angle? 109 degrees 28 pram. And between any two carbon, you can consider the bond length. So the bond length is equals to the 1.54 angstroms. So what is the bond length between two carbon of, okay, now between any two carbon in diamond, that is equals to 1.54 angstroms. And what is the bond angle around each carbon? That is around 109 degrees 28 prime. You have to remember the bond angle and you have to remember the bond length. Next one is hybridization. Next information about conductivity. Next information about structure. Next information about melting point. And next information about the hardness. Okay, beta, right. Final touch I want to give you, that is about the uses. Yes, beta. What are the uses of diamond? Yes, you know very well. One of the major use is diamond. It's going to be used as a precious stone. It's going to be used as a precious stone. Especially we can use this in what, Nana? Jewelry for making ornaments. Yes or no? In the form of gemstones. All they are made with what, Nana? Diamond. Next point we have to say that it can be used. It can be used in making a tool. We have to say that that is nothing but the cutting tools. So it can be used in making what, Nana? Cutting tools. Nothing but because of why? Due to its extreme hardness, due to presence of strong CC covalent bonds, and due to its extreme hardness, it can be used in making cutting tools. Okay, now for the cutting of other metals and substances, Nana. Okay, all of you. So one question they can ask you, Nana, why diamond can be used as precious stone? Because of the reason is diamond contains high refractive index. I hope this word you may heard in the topic is nothing but physics optical lenses, Nana. So on the basis of refractive, yes, diamond contain a very high refractive index due to its higher Ri value, refractive index value. Diamond has the ability, it can reflect and it can refract the incident light. So due to this reason only, diamonds, they are in glowing nature. That's why they can be used as a precious stone in making jewelry, and we can say that ornaments. So this is the complete story about the diamond. In the next class, we are going to be discuss about the graphite and fullerenes. Okay, now beta, right.